What is going on, people? We are skipping the intro today because Solana is on the move, and I told you guys I would give you an update the moment that we started to see this happen. So let's not waste any more time at all, and let's get straight into today's video. So in the last video, we talked about a couple things. Let's go over a quick summary of that so we can move into what is happening now. So looking at Solana, what we said was that we had a bit of an inverse head and shoulders playing out on this little short-term pullback. What you can see is that we put in what could be very well a left shoulder. Let's just get it very technical here. Let's go left shoulder, let's go head, let's go back up to our neckline, and right shoulder. As you can see, a beautiful inverse head and shoulders pattern. Now, I told you that generally when this happens, the way in which you can gauge where your breakout will lead to is if you take the distance from that neckline and you bring it all the way down to the bottom of the head and then apply that to the neckline, and that gives us a breakout target sitting right around $30.16. I said if we're capable of breaking this $24.30 level, we're in a great position to see some growth, and a long trade wouldn't be a terrible idea. If you did take on that long trade, you are now looking at gains of about 9 to 10% just in the last about 12 to 24 hours. So of course, a major congratulations to you. But this is not, the end of it. It is not just going to simply go straight up. There are a couple more barriers in the way. So let me introduce to you what I am paying attention to now. So the main focus that I have at this given point in time, and this honestly may not even be a problem by the time I put this video up, is this high here. What you can see is that we did get a bit of a double top formation on this $26.80 level, and obviously that is a bit of an implication that okay, we need to break that level. Now, it did give us even further confirmation when we got this 4-hour push above that line, but then got forced back down below it on the daily close or on the 4-hour close. And so what that tells me is that $26.80 is that last wall slash barrier that we need to get above to further see that push to $30 as we once anticipated. Of course, if we're not capable of doing so, that does put us in M top territory. As you can see here, boom, that gives us this double top slash M top, and obviously that could lead us down to some of these further levels to the downside, maybe $17, maybe $16, and you never want to see that happen. Now, the beautiful thing about it is even if we do get a small short-term rejection here, we still could come back and retest that inverse head and shoulders. We still could come back and retest that cup and handle. We still could come back, retest this, previous point of support. So we have a lot of support below us, and all of which could bounce us to the upside, maybe give us some type of, macro bullish flag or something of that nature. But best case scenario, right? We just get back above this level and we continue this move to the top side. So overall, what I want you to understand is that this is a bit of the last wall here, $26.80. And what you want to look for is the breaking above it and the holding of support above it. Not just a little wick, not just a one candle and we come back below it. I want to actually see that we hold above it. We break above it, we come back down, maybe even to retest it, and then we see some type of continuation. And if we're capable of doing that, again, I do believe that we will further interact with this $30 level to the top side, which was again the breakout target from our inverse head and shoulders pattern. This will also be pretty important for the macros also. As you can see here, this $26.80 level was acting as support right before we did see this massive capitulation with the FTX crash. And so considering the fact that we are still facing a SR flip or a support to resistance flip, we do need to be quite aware of the bearish implications of this level. Now, I do believe that we are coming off of enough support in which we can make this bounce above this level. I don't believe that what we saw back here is stronger than this weekly 20 simple moving average that we bounced off of. If you remember correctly, we come back here, Bollinger Bands. What you can see is that we did break above the Bollinger Bands, or off of the Bollinger Bands above that 20 simple moving average, and we're holding on top of it, right? So I do believe this support establishment will be stronger than that little tiny wick back there or that tiny wick back there. But obviously Solana has to just prove that to me, and it proves it to me if we break $26.80. So be on the lookout for it. Make sure that we're capable of doing it. And if we do that, if we're capable of holding 26.80, I don't think that a long trade is a terrible idea. I think a little push back up to the 30 levels would, be very possible, which could look like another 12 to 15% to the top side. But personally speaking, I would be adding in a stop loss just to protect myself, right? I would maybe be putting it somewhere around $25 just to be safe. Now, if we're unable to break 26.80 to the top side and we do roll here, I'm not all that concerned until we do lose 24.15. We typically will come back to retest these inverse head and shoulders patterns as support. I think we could have done it right here. We broke above it, back tested it, and continued. But if in the macro we do start to get a roll, look for 24.15 to hold. And if that holds, again, I'm looking for that push to the top side. So we are in great bullish territory right now. I think that this move very well can continue, and it will continue the moment that we do break, in my opinion, 2680 to the top side, and we hold it. And of course, as this does continue to play out, I will continue to update you. Now, I will be providing some technical analysis in my free newsletter. It is in the description down below. I provide a market analysis. I do some news. We provide technical analysis on all of your top 10 cryptos. I give you my general thoughts on the market, access to my portfolios and the percentages that they hold in my portfolio, links to all of these important things. I mean, I provide a lot in this newsletter, and it is completely for free for you. So if you do find that interesting, go to the first link in the description and go check it out. But for all that is going to be it for today. I hope you guys did enjoy today's video, and I will see you all next time. Peace.